After the defeat of Penn State to the hands of Miami in the Rose Bowl, the football world had had enough. After all three one-loss teams were passed up for the chance to go to a championship by two-loss teams, the College Football Playoff Committee was finally formed, and an 8-team playoff has been introduced. In addition, USC and UCLA finalized their moves to the Big Ten. All these changes now means that a new story can be told. After a historically awful 5-year stretch, including going 0-12 in the previous year, the program was looking for a change. Coach Z, looking for a new home after another 1-year stay, finds his home back at home. He accepts an offer to coach his alma mater, the SMU Mustangs, back in the conference he just built Tulane into a powerhouse in 3 years earlier. Coach knew he had to make a big splash in recruiting if he was to rebuild this team Sonny Dykes destroyed, so he targeted a scrambling QB from Idaho named Hank Williams and threw the kitchen sink at him. Sadly, it wasn't enough and he instead committed to Oklahoma. This left Z with only the team around him and some new transfers. At quarterback, we have senior Eddie Williams. Without an option quarterback on roster, seeing coach adapt will be interesting. Eddie's 88 overall is a great spot on a team that's struggling, though. At running back, we have a two-headed monster of David Hicks and AJ Welsh. While they're not as high overall as Keziah or Pryor were, their speed stats will hopefully help us dominate the backfield all the same. The wide receiver room is led by senior Reggie Jones, an 86 overall bruiser. The room behind him with Nate Simmons, Cody Weaver, and Nick Hill are all faster than Reggie, but hopefully his leadership is going to make a massive impact on these young players. Joe Parsons is our lone true tight end who will play. At 76, he's not the best player, but he's backed up by none other than AJ Welsh, who will be a Taysom Hill type player for us this year, moving from running/fullback to wide receiver to tight end. True freshman Brett Mays occupies the last spot on the tight end depth chart and will hopefully grow to take Parsons' place soon. Our offensive line is going to have to step up massively with how the outside spots are situated. At left tackle, senior Brian Berry is going to hold down the fort. Left guard Corey Yancey is by far going to be instrumental to helping us establish offensive tempo, as he's the highest at an 87 overall. The only non-starting senior on the offensive line, Jason Bryant, holds the center position. His presence in the middle needs to be dominant if we want any chance of a power run game. Clint Mills is going to hold our right guard spot. Our interior offensive line holds a lot of higher overalls than the outside tackle spots, and these two are going to be massive in helping those two tackles play well. Travis Potts is our lowest overall starter on the offensive line, sitting at 79. Our hope is that Clint Nexton will help improve his play. Backing up all 5 positions is Oliver Brown, a Swiss Army knife offensive lineman. While not good enough at any one position to get a start, his versatility is going to be massive if we go down a man. Our D-line has a long rebuilding process ahead of it. At left end, we have Alan Roth. At 74 overall, he leaves a lot to be desired from good defensive end play. Travis Baker holds the right end position, one higher overall at 75. These two ends are going to need a lot of help from the blitzing linebackers if they want any hope of growing as players. At the defensive tackle position, I don't see these guys getting too many tackles. Tim Larson leads a mediocre room with Burdett Foster backing him up. Our linebacker room is a mixed bag. Middle linebacker James Clemens will get the start at left outside linebacker, 3 overall better than the original starter Jake Hodge, but a whopping 9 speed faster. Stephen Reed will be our middle linebacker. With an 85 overall, he's going to need to captain this lacking defense if we want to play well. Robbie Gore holds the right outside spot, and his 84 speed will hopefully be incredibly useful in trying to make plays. With an incredibly even cornerback room, all 3 of our top corners should expect playing time on any given play. Ray Hartman is projected to be at the front of the trio, but Matt Williams and Joe Taylor both are ready to take that spot if Ray starts to fall behind. With all 3 of them being juniors, they have been in this competition since they came in, and it's no wonder they're all so close in ability to this day. Free safety will be sophomore Nick McKinney. His youth will give him room to grow in the next few years with a competent head coach finally leading the way. Strong safety is senior Jason Dunn. Holding the other safety spot is important, as his age and wisdom will help Nick learn and how to take the leadership role from him. Kicker is true freshman Walter Jordan. While his leg is very lacking, his room to grow cannot be understated. Punter is sophomore Scott Williams. With how this team works, we may need him more than any punter previously. Georgia Daly will be fielding kicks with Reggie Jones. This duo is a reliable duo that will keep hands on the ball and potentially break if needed. With the lacking talent on this team, the one bright spot is ironically depth. No one really stands out, but backups are there and ready to learn and take spots if play gets too ugly on the field. With all the scheduling settled, a difficult out-of-conference with Penn State, Wake Forest, TCU, and Texas looks daunting, but this team that just went 0-12 has the ability to make the one-year turnaround and attempt to dethrone the powerhouse Tulane atop the American Athletic Conference. With all that said, thank you so much for watching this episode. I tried going in a different direction. Let me know if you like it. It's a lot shorter of an episode than we've had previously on this series, but we're going in a new direction, and I hope that this new direction works. I'm glad to be coaching my favorite team now, and yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all at next season. Peace.